It is about that time. Spring practice has rolled around for the Tennessee Volunteers. They will be on the practice field this Friday ahead of the spring game on April 12th. And we've got three big storylines to watch throughout the course of spring ball for the Vols. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. Up first, we're talking about the cornerback position, specifically Ricky Gibson, the cornerback who a couple of weeks ago, reportedly, according to On3 Sports, plans to enter the transfer portal in the spring window after spring practice. Now, the big question around Ricky Gibson was, will he participate in spring practice if he is indeed holding out for a new NIL package? And it seems like, according to reports like Knoxville News Sentinel and On3 Sports, that answer is yes, that Ricky Gibson plans to be on the practice field throughout the course of spring practice. That is a pivotal position right now for the Vols because all SEC cornerback Jermod McCoy is out with an ACL injury that he suffered about a month ago, and he's expected to miss at least the beginning of the 2025 season. So when Ricky Gibson had that report come out that he plans to enter the portal, red flags went up about the cornerback position, which figured to be a huge strength for Tennessee in 2025. So Gibson apparently will be on the practice field, but how that relationship between he and the football program plays out over the course of the next few weeks in order to keep him in Knoxville will be key and a huge part of Tennessee's approach to spring practice on or off the field. Number two, the offensive line, which returns one starter from 2024, and that is left tackle Lance Hurd, the LSU transfer. That's right, Tennessee replacing every starter from left guard over to right tackle from 2024. I don't think there is a single position on this roster that is going to see as much of an overhaul as the offensive line. Now, David Sanders, the five-star tackle prospect, has been on campus since preparation for the college football playoff. He will be there participating in spring practice. Will he play more at left tackle or right tackle? It could be a key part of this, as well as the competition on the interior of the offensive line. Tennessee will work in multiple transfers like Wendell Moe from Arizona and Sam Pendleton, the former Notre Dame center and guard, as they fill some big holes left by guys like Cooper Mays and Javontes Spraggins, and they will compete along with the in-house players that have been brought on campus by Josh Heupel and his staff. But there is a large task ahead for Tennessee and offensive line coach Glenn Ellerbe to find a cohesive unit of five guys that can replace what had turned into a really stable offensive line unit for Tennessee over the last few years. And the third biggest storyline that I'm keeping an eye on throughout spring practice is another position that sees a pretty big overhaul from 2024, and that is at wide receiver. As far as proven names go, there's really only one returning for Tennessee this year, and that is Chris Brazzell, the former Tulane transfer. He's Tennessee's lead returning receiver. The Vols did get a big win in the offseason, retaining former five-star Mike Matthews, who reportedly toyed with entering the portal after the conclusion of the 2024 season, but elected to withdraw his name and remain with Tennessee. The former five-star has got to take a big leap in year two and, quite frankly, be a star for this Tennessee offense to get back to some of the levels that we saw back in 2022. Otherwise, you have guys like Braylon Staley that have been on campus, guys like Travis Smith, highly recruited prospects coming in, hopefully to compete and find a good at least three-man rotation and figure out which of these guys can first build chemistry with Nico Iamaleava, who, of course, is looking to take a big year two leap as one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football. At least that's the expectation for Nico in 2025. The relationship building on and off the field with a largely unproven wide receiver core will be a big piece of that puzzle moving forward. Tennessee spring game is on April 12th. Unfortunately, it will not be televised. That's becoming more of the norm across college football, but a few weeks that can be critical for this football team to answer a lot of questions that it has going into 2025. And we'll keep you updated with more right here on A to Z Sports.